Hey, what's up everybody, this is Chris with Digital REM, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use a JotForm to create leads, get sales, or do whatever you need your audience to do for your business. So with that being said, I'm going to just hop right into it. Let's go. Boom, so here's JotForms, and we're just going to simply create a new form, right? And once you create a new form, we're just going to create a form from scratch so you can just see everything from scratch, right? You have a couple of different options. You have the card form, which usually slides from the left to the right, which is great for if you're like doing a survey or something like that, like you're having a questionnaire or something like that. That's usually typically the way you want to go when doing something like that. So you can either do card form or you can do classic form. Classic form is the form I more like. If I'm not doing a survey or questionnaire style, is if you're having somebody sign up or register or buy a ticket to an event or whatever the case may be, classic form is the way you want to go. So we're going to go with that, right? I decided to make this video for the main reason one of our clients is a promoter, and they were like, hey, how can I send a link out to people that has not only my events, but they can buy their tables, they can buy their VIP services, they can do all this stuff, they can buy tickets to the event. I can sell tickets before the event and kind of get everything going as far as ticket sales and things like that, and not do it, the caveman way. So with that being said, it's just kind of tapping into that, like how you can do that. So when you're creating those social media posts and you're like, hey, RSVP, now you can give them a link where they can go in, purchase the ticket and everything and get started right away. So let's say that is you. Let's say you're in the same exact situation. You are a party promoter or event promoter or a public speaker or a comedian or whatever the case may be. You might have something going on, all right? Let's say you're a comedian. I will put my title here, your favorite comedian. Your favorite comedian. Put a subheader. I will put a subheader here. Again, utilize ChatGPT if you need to, but put your subheader here and let's get creative. I'm putting it because that's our slogan, but it doesn't really apply to this, but I'm gonna just put it here. Let's get creative. This is what they'll currently see. Like, let's go into preview mode. When you're in preview mode, and you can see, this is what they'll see. You have your favorite comedy, I meant to say comedian, and let's get creative with a submit button. You can click here and you can see you have a tablet view and you have mobile phone view, right? So let's get out of preview mode. That's how you see the different views, right? Your favorite comedian. Now, how to add a new element, you can go over here to the left and click add form element. Once you click add form element, you can see all of these different elements that you can add. You have the main elements, you have basic elements. You can see it's broken up into categories here. You have survey elements, you have page elements, right? One of the things, the main thing, especially if you have a business and this is your lead generating tool, you want to have full first name, last name, right? And more than likely, if it has the first name and last name right there, you don't have to have the question at the top. Like, I'm gonna put it here just so you can see what's your name, right? Let's go to preview mode. You don't have to have the question at the top, because it's kind of given like first name, last name. We get it, right? So all of them don't need a question, but I just want to show you that you have a field at the top that you can label these different sections, these different areas, right? One of the things, now we have first name, last name, we're going to do email. You want the email address. Address is not necessarily always important unless you're like selling some type of merch or something. Phone number is a good one. You can have a product list, which I definitely highly urge, and we're going to get into that in a second. Let's just stick with these main elements, right? You want to create a contact. At the end of the day, this is a contact. Like, somebody has clicked your link, like, hey, I'm interested in XYZ. I want to learn more. They landed on this page here. This page is going to say, hey, I'm your favorite comedian, right? Now, this is so limited. Like, I'm a favorite comedian. Well, tell me more about it. Like, more than likely, if somebody lands on this page, I'm like, I want to learn a little bit more to kind of, if you want to say sell me, but like, just give me a little more information than I'll probably already receive. This is where you insert that, like, hey, I am your favorite comedian in the U.S. I tour all of the major cities. I'm making up something, but this is where you just want to describe your business in a nutshell, like really quickly, like your 2 minute, if you want to call it 2-sentence pitch, right? And this is with I don't even know what this means. Slapstick comedy for all ages. Boom. Right? I don't even know what slapstick mean, right? I'm gonna take off the label there. I just like to have it clean, but you can do whatever you want here. Now with the phone number, you can have it like this, where somebody would enter their phone number, you know, with the commas and the dashes themselves, or you can go into properties. You can do this for all of these. Like, you can go into these properties where the gear, when you select it, hit the gear and go into properties, and it'll bring up some different options that you can use for your property. So you can just go, pretty much just go down the list, or not the list, but just toggle the properties in different areas, in different parts. You can add the country code, you can add the area code. We're just gonna do the area code. Area code, phone number. Now it's just 2 separate fields, right? So now you can see it's 2 separate fields. And again, you can have options for all of these, right? Prefix, suffix, middle name, right? So boom, that's simple. Now, in the instance where you have events or things like that, like my client did, you have events, you can add a product list. So you can add this product list, or if you have merch, you can have a product list. But again, in this example, we're just gonna keep it where how the scenario was. All right. Main event. I say the main event was 278. Oops, did I mess it up? Let's say mastermind. Mastermind is 150. Save. You see the mastermind price changed to 150. You can enter the description. This is where you will get an introduction to establishing your identity, period. Boom. You can have multiple images here. We're going to get rid of these. If you have an image, just choose an image. I'm just going to choose something from somewhere. Like this, and you see it'll update here eventually after I save it, I guess, and boom, mastermind, boom. Let's call this brand mastermind, boom, just like that, right? Options, you can do the quantity, You can do stock, so on and so forth. And stock is essentially, if you had like shirts or something, you only have 100 of them, you can create a how many are available. And once it runs out, it's like, all right, now no more left. And that, in essence, if you want to do this, you can say there's only 50 seats available, right? And have the low stock available at 10, right? So now when it hits 10, it's gonna create a sense of FOMO, or they're gonna miss out. Again, this is all advanced stuff. We're not gonna cover that right now, but again, you can create stock as well. So boom, quantities. This allows them to pick however many they need to pick. I would say one if you were doing an event, like you only need one seat. You can have one in a guest, maybe one in a guest. And you can set up special pricing per quantity, right? So like, let's say $150 for one and $250 for two. You can say it like that, right? Set it up. So boom, after you get past the pricing and stuff like that, like you can label these upcoming events. I think y'all get this part, right? I don't think I have to cover every little thing. And if I need to go back and redo this video, we will. But again, now you can see we've created this event that's you're able to purchase or able to select one. Let's go ahead and just preview this. Now you'll be able to select one, and it'll give you a total, and you can submit, right? Well, what about payment? How do you pay? If you see right here, you can say add payment integration. You can add your payment integration by just selecting one of these, right? So let's say Cash App. Boom. Now that you have the Cash App, now people will be able to select Cash App as a payment. When they submit, they will enter that information. But you can do however you really want to do it. But you have to set up your account to do this. So you have to connect integrate your account to do the payment, right? But boom. Okay. That's cool and all. I'm gonna get rid of the payment thing real quick. That's cool and all. Now that we can select the payment, but it's just, this don't look good. This doesn't look like, this doesn't look like this is made by the Creator Academy. It's just a form. It's just a white with this and that, right? We're not gonna leave you hanging like that, because like most things, you want to establish that brand experience. You want to establish that user experience. So we're going to tie in all of the different brand elements. So with that being said, if you click on the little form designer roller right here, boom, you can see these options, like all of these different options. So you can select color schemes, right? And which this is kind of our color already, but you can select these color schemes. Right? But let's say none of these color schemes work for you. None of these are your colors. You can go here and customize your colors, your page colors. So the background being like, this one. The form color being that one, right? Font color being that one. Now, I'm a for everybody in the Creator Academy, I'm gonna give you some sauce. Like I'm gonna give you my sauce, right? You want to choose the file. You want to create a file, right? Create a file for your background. We created one already. Oh, we have one in mind right now. Give me a second. Just give me a second. You can use any, in this part you can use any image you want to. There's no wrong image. But to me, like, you want that image to be as fly as possible though. Whatever image you do select, you want that image to be fly, right? Key, you need to go back. Key is learn about contrast. Understand contrast. Understand contrast. So we're just going to do this like bottle service type of thing. Again, I'm just taking an example from the let's say a party promoter or something like that. Even though we said comedian, we were just all over the place. But again, apply it to your brand. Apply it to what you have going on, right? But fire picture, boom. Form color. Now your form color, you want to grab it. I'm gonna make my form color like black, right? But then right here where you see like these little boxes, we're gonna decrease that. So now it's just gonna become like see-through. It's called transparency, but it's gonna become see-through. Boom. Now we want to take our font color and make our boost our contrast up by making it white. So now it looks like this. So when we scroll, we have the background element and the foreground element. Boom, perfect, right? It looks like we missed the add your logo right here. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a logo. Up here at the top, you can see it says add logo. We're gonna go find our logo. And because it's on a dark background, this is where contrast comes into play. We're going to do our alternate logo. You can increase the size like so. And it might be necessary to crop it in whatever software you're using. Crop it so it'll line up better. It's a lot of space in this logo, but we're not going to go too far into that, right? So that can be your logo. Yeah, so now let's preview this. So now let's say how this works. Somebody saw a social media post that you probably did in your stories, which had a link applied to it. Now you took that link leads to this landing page. This landing page, they're able to read more about whatever it is that you do or that you're offering. Put in their information, which just needs more contrast. Select a product, hit submit and pay for it. You can see it on the phone, same thing. This says we need to make our logo smaller, but same thing. They're able to do the same exact thing. How do you make your logo smaller? By selecting the logo and just make it smaller like that. Boom. Just like that. And I think this is a good, I would say this is a good, if you want to add more images, you can. I was going to say this is a good stopping place, but if you want to add more images, you can. So let's say we want to add more images. And I'm gonna just grab some random. give me a second for it to pull up. Talking about it's working. I don't need you to work on it. I need you to do it. I haven't color graded these yet, but we're just gonna roll with it, right? Did I point down anytime? I haven't color graded. Oh, no. Haven't color graded it yet, but if you want to drop an image in. I wish there were a way to make this smaller, like scale wise, where it goes together. Yeah, I don't really care for the images like that, but again, you can just do it. I highly suggest you just do something like this, like a good background image, your brand, the event, right? Then once you're done, it's pretty much saved. But once you're done, how you let's preview the form. But we're gonna, after you preview the form and make sure you're happy with it, like we made that logo smaller, it fits better now. We're gonna see the desktop version. I don't know why that's still there. We're gonna make sure that's gone. It's not there. Okay, well, after that, then you're gonna go into settings. Make sure it's title right, and this is for organization on your end. Then you can hit publish, right? And publish it wherever you need to, right? Copy the link. So this link you copied into your notes. So anytime you create a post and you're like, hey, go to this link, you want to have this link associated and it'll go to this form that you created, right? Super, super important. You can embed it. You can assign a form, assign your forms to others, email. So you can click through a lot of these and just kind of see what you need and what you don't need, right? And again, if you want to go dive further into what you need to do this, you can do that. But again, now that you have it set up, now you will have the link to share this. So at the end of the day, now when people go to that link, they're going to get to this form. They're going to fill out their name, first name, last name, phone number, email address. They're going to select their event. They're going to purchase their ticket. It's going to automatically go to wherever your payment structure is set up. You're going to have their name, all of the stuff that they need for in this instance, the guest list. So if they're on the list for this event and it goes in to populate that, now you know where they are. I highly urge you organize it on the back end as well as especially if you're managing multiple events. Anybody who signed up with a certain event, it goes to a Google sheet, a Google Doc sheet, or some type of Excel sheet, so you know, okay, at this event, these are the names I have for the event, so on and so forth. And that the event passes, and you have the next week of an events. Now that'll automatically populate for the next week of events. So boom, so there it is. That's exactly how you use JotForm or a JotForm to create a lead generation method for your actual brand or your actual business or your actual service or your actual events or whatever it is you need people to sign up for or make payments to, or whatever the case may be. That's exactly how you do it. You can do it right here with JotForms. Super easy, super simple, super useful, especially again if you're on social media and you are doing social media posts and you want people to click on link to somewhere where they could purchase something, and you don't necessarily have a website set up, but you want them to be able to purchase, then you can do a JotForm, and it'll allow them the ability to purchase, learn about your product, but then purchase what they need, and then also give you the information of where to send that product or how to sign up for your service or however that is. So with that being said, hopefully this inspires you to do that one thing that takes you closer to goals. And if you know somebody who can use this video to help them excel their brand, it might not be you, but it might be somebody else who can use this to help them excel their brand. Make sure you share it with them and comment below if you really enjoyed this video. Like if this was helpful to you, if this helped you move the needle one step forward towards your goal, comment below and just tell me how you feel, tell me your sentiment and things in that nature. Also, with that being said, make sure if you like this video, join the Creator Academy. Go to digitalrem.com. That's digitalrem.com. Join the Creator Academy where we create videos just like this. We have a whole library of videos just like this, where again these are videos that were curated by me because I'm dealing with clients that are asking these questions like, how do I do this, or how can you do this for me, or so on and so forth. And if I don't have it in my library, I'm creating it for the Creator Academy so we can all have it as a resource in our library, so we can continue to create content for these businesses, not only for us but for other businesses as a service to others. So with that being said, join the Creator Academy ASAP. Like, go to digitalrem.com to join the Creator Academy. Yeah, and hopefully that just inspires you to do that one thing that takes you closer to goals. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I don't want to point out everything you could do, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff like a typical YouTuber, but it's very important that you subscribe to our channel, because again, it's going to find, the algorithm is going to find people just like you who can utilize these same exact tools, tips, tricks, and techniques that we teach here at Digital REM to learn how to do the same thing. So you might not know anybody currently that can utilize these services, but it helped you. More than likely, if you subscribe to this channel or like this video and things like that, it can help the next person who is a lookalike just like you. And we kind of talk about lookalikes, but it's a lookalike just like you. So with that being said, all y'all have a blessed day. Later, y'all. Peace.